Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel, and it is that time to watch Season 3, Episode 5 of Bridgerton. I am so excited to see where the second half of this season goes. Let's get into the reaction. This is cute. I'm obsessed with the way they shot this.
Excuse me.
Let me, please.
Are you quite serious? For how long has this been going on?
It's very new. I'm just as surprised as you are.
For how long have you had feelings for him?
Damn.
Colin is not like Lord Debling. He will not be gone for years at a time. He will find out. And until he knows the real you, he cannot possibly love you.
Okay, listen. I gotta say something about this. Harsh, maybe, but Eloise is right to tell her that. She needed to hear it. She's like, you cannot hide this from him. He's gonna find out. So something has to be done about this. And I actually think her feelings in this situation are like very valid, because it's like your ex-best friend who lied to you and lied to everyone and wrote about you and your family is now going to marry your brother who you didn't know who she had feelings for. And I think it's kind of realistic that she didn't know, because Eloise is she's very smart, we all know this, but she's very tunnel vision. She gets focused on one thing and she stays focused on that one thing. And for her, that thing was whatever she was reading, and then it was Lady Whistledown. So it's not that she couldn't have figured out that Penelope liked Colin if she tried or looked for it, but I don't even think she thought to look for that because she was so focused on whatever she was focused on. So I think that's actually like pretty realistic, for the same reason that I think it was realistic that she took so long to find out about Penelope being Lady Whistledown, because she didn't think to even look at Penelope. They needed to have some sort of talk about this. I like that it's just the two of them, and I just like the angst. I'm an angst girly, so there's that as well.
A little time to find the right moment, but I will tell him. You have my word.
I think that was a great opening scene. Also, I also want to shout out to Penelope, because I think she's like super understanding of Eloise's feelings. Like, that's one thing I really like about the way her character is portrayed in this season. Like, she doesn't ever invalidate them and be like, she doesn't like oh, like Eloise sucks, like she's being unreasonable. She's always like, no, like she's upset, it's understandable, like I get it. And I think that's very mature, and I like that that's the way that they're handling this, because I think a lot of shows, when two girl characters fight, or especially when they're like two girl leads, like for the sake of drama, they just have like them fight and then the other one be like, oh my god, you're so unreasonable, and then they fight about whether the feelings are unreasonable. This hits harder and is more painful because they're fighting and Eloise is upset, and Penelope gets why she's upset and like doesn't blame her for it. And I think that that is a way better portrayal of this fight. So I love that they did it this way.
Using Lord knows what wiles to entrap him.
Excuse me.
Mr. Bridgerton is here. Mr. Bridgerton, what an unexpected delight.
I will not be staying long. But since we are all speaking so freely...
That was not meant for your ears.
I am still speaking. Your daughter did not entrap me. I proposed to her out of love, nothing less.
Go, Colin. That was so freaking cute and wholesome. I just love Colin. He is the man. I live for a love confession scene that happens like during an argument, or like defending each other to someone. It's just, it eats every time. It's so good. This season is just like serving with the tropes. It really is. 10 out of 10. This is so romantic, it makes me want to throw up. Like, I'm gonna fucking cry. This man. Dude, this is insane. I don't even know what to say. I think I just blacked the fuck out. I wasn't prepared for that. I don't know why. That was like a good 10 10 minutes. I'm like speechless. Like, I don't know why. I think Bridgerton just always makes me speechless on scenes like that, because it's just like so well done, but it also like I should be expecting it, but I'm always caught off guard. I don't know why. It's weird. Absolutely wild. In front of the mirror is crazy, but also like slay. Colin's killing me this season. He's just like, he's the man this season. Y'all, Eloise is me. This bitch really said TikTok. She said, here's to knowing each other before the clock runs out in front of everybody. She's kind of a savage, and I kind of live for that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the drama is eating. I will say, though, I feel like the secondhand embarrassment in this season is stronger than it has been for any other season so far. Like, I keep having to, like, pause, because I'm like, this is, like, so embarrassing to, like, watch. Like, I just, like, have this feeling of impending doom.
It is time that I put an end to the speculation. You would like to know who Lady Whistledown is? You shall know. I am she.
Y'all, what an amazing ending sequence. I feel like I like how they started the episode in kind of like a Penelope's perspective, being overwhelmed of happiness montage, and then the end of the episode is Penelope's perspective being overwhelmed with anxiety montage. I thought that was really well done to kind of bring the episode full circle. Cressida, so smart to reveal herself as Lady Whistledown, even though it's not her, because who's gonna question it? Like, the only way that people are gonna be able to prove that she's lying is for Penelope to come out and say that she's Lady Whistledown, so she gets to reap all of the benefits and she doesn't have to get married, and she gets the money without doing any of the work. She's kind of a girl boss. That was kind of genius of her. She has nothing to lose, because the only downside to being Lady Whistledown is the kind of being an outcast of society and like people being mad at you and judging you, but she's at the point where she has nothing to lose anyways, so ingenious of her. If I was Penelope, I would take the win. I don't know, but she's gonna have to say something, because Eloise is gonna make her say something, and obviously, all kidding aside, like, if she's gonna marry Colin, she needs to be honest with him. Love that she just like passed out at the end of the party. That is just like so funny. I love a good like dramatic swoon scene in period pieces like this, because like it's just funny. I would be passing out all the time with those corsets. Like, are you kidding? But yeah, really great episode. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I feel like I felt a lot of emotions. It was kind of like an emotional roller coaster. Overall, I think this is one of my favorite episodes of Bridgerton ever. This has been a really great season. I think this is definitely my favorite episode of the season. I don't know, though, because the last episode was really good as well. But I think this was a really solid episode. It kind of, like, had the feeling of, like, a murder mystery, even though it wasn't a murder mystery. I don't know why, like, having, like, the clock run out, there was just such a sense of anxiety, and, like, I felt rushed. Like, you really translated, like, as an audience member, my adrenaline was pumping. I felt rushed. I felt like I was being exposed. So I think in that sense, it almost felt like a little, like, murder mystery. I think the setting of them, like, playing charades at night, too, really added to it. I don't know why. It was, like, suspensefully cozy, like the Clue movie. And I dig that. I just loved the overall vibe of this episode. And Eloise was a big part of it, and Penelope and Eloise's relationship was a big part of it, and that was just like really fun to see and just made for a really great episode. So I'm very excited to see the fallout in episode 6. Obviously now Cressida, I'm sure people are going to question, be like, there's no way that that's you. I'm sure some people are not going to believe it, because she's not really known for writing or being that smart. I hate to say it. So I'm sure that's going to be a thing, but overall, I feel like people will believe what you tell them, so I'm sure she'll get the money and, you know, live her best life. I'm sure Eloise is going to be frustrated and going to be like, I know that you're not Lady Whistledown, and then Cressida's going to be like, oh, is it because I'm not smart? And then they're going to fight about that. Cressida is taking credit for Penelope's writing and her accomplishments, because even though Eloise is mad at Penelope, I do think she still respects her, and at the very least respects her intellect and the fact that she does write and has put work into it. So I think that that's something that's gonna piss her off and make her angry. So I'm sure that we're gearing up for another Eloise Cressida fight. I gotta say, I really like Cressida this season. I think she's such an interesting character. I like that they've added more layers to her. I think having her and Eloise have kind of a unexpected friendship is a good way to show that character, and it's added a interesting dynamic to this season. I'm sure Penelope will think about just letting Cressida be Lady Whistledown and keeping the secret, but I don't think Eloise is going to let her do that. It's going to come down to, you know, love and keeping the secret, or telling the truth. You know, yes, people are going to know, but can you love someone if you don't know them, if they're keeping secrets from them? And I think she's going to have to make that decision. And then there's also the extra aspect of, like, this is her life's work, this is her writing, this is her intellect, this is kind of her career in the only sense of career that she's ever going to get, because being a girl at this time, you don't really get to have a career. So does she want to sacrifice that for the sake of taking the easier route and not fighting in safety? Or does she want to be honest? When we get to the end of the season and the Lady Whistledown thing is resolved, which we know it's going to be resolved by Penelope revealing herself as Lady Whistledown, is she going to continue to write and be Lady Whistledown in the later seasons now that she's been unmasked? I don't know. I think that's something that they're going to have to tread really carefully with for the rest of the show and for season 4, because it's kind of like Gossip Girl. You know, once you reveal who Gossip Girl is, it takes a little bit of the fun away. So it'll be interesting to see how they navigate that in the upcoming seasons. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what you thought of this episode. Let me know who your favorite character is. Let me know any predictions you have. Don't spoil it for me, because I am watching this with you guys, so I have not seen the next 3 episodes, so please do not spoil it for me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up down below, and be sure to subscribe if you are not already. It makes me very happy and it helps out my channel a lot. As always, if there's any other videos you want to see from me or any other things you want me to react to, let me know down in the comments as well. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on Friday with another video. Later, Gators. Bye.